Welcome again, internet. So let's say where were we? We have completed our first printing Hello World program. So now we will be going on the declaration and prototyping. We will see this via an example in a story, right? So let's write our story first. Actually, this can be called a story. I highly doubt it, but anyways, it proves my point. That's all I need. So there was a man called let's say Sam. The printer. He was 70 years old. Sam really liked his name, but he did not like his age. Oh, look. I guess that. Which was 65. So let's print this first, cause why not? If you don't put a slash n, it will print it in the same line. So let's put slash n over here. Yes, slash n. Then slash n don't require that slash n. So now let's say instead of Sam, I just want to separate it. Now this is a short story, like it is not even a story, but it is a short story. So what? Look, 70. It will left to the 70. Then, if this was a long story like I don't know, children's book or even a novel, if you need to change Sam to Pratik, you need to change each and every occurrence. Like if let's say when you select Sam, it highlights this Sam and this Sam. So you need to change both of these. So now this is a small example, so it may not seem like it's such a big thing, but believe me, it is. Let's change it back to Pratik and Pratik. So now what should we do if we need to tackle this problem? Now inside the AI, you may know there is there are things that are called variable. So there is the integer. Like I said in the lecture tutorial, we will see what they are in the next lecture, but let's just take an overview. Let's say I want an integer. I will assign, let's say I want an integer age, right? Age is 70, and then there is the character, and what the character is, it is a name. What does the name say? It is Sam, right? Now in order to print it, what we need to do is simply just say %s, name, and %s, name, and just save it. Now when you will run the program, it will give you Sam and Sam. Now you may think like this is similar to what you have done in the previous thing. Previous way of doing the program. Now let's say instead of this I want my username like this, right? So what do you expect? What will happen? Right. Of course it will give me the X coordinate, right? It will give you the X coordinate. Now also one more thing, there is no consistency in your code, like see there is 70 and he lost his age by 5 years, so it is 65. So in order to maintain this consistency, we have declared an integer variable. So an integer variable that would be 70. So how would we represent it? It would be like %d and %d. Now similar to what we have done in the string, we will do it in the age, like we will print out age. And look, there are two of them. There is first one is string, and the second one is an age, right? So this by this way you can maintain your consistency, as well as you can rename your variables quite often, which is pretty useful in coding. Now let's run the program and see what kind of output does it give. See, there is 70 and 70. Initially it was 70 and 65. Now let's say there was again a plot where his age is lost by 5, like it was in the previous way, right? So what we can do is we can write age, my age is equals to, from 8 we will reduce 7 years, right? Now what? This thing will return an integer to this thing. So ultimately age will return to its age by reducing 7 years. So does that make sense? I hope it does. Now it subtracted 7 years from the age. This was just I thought this might be a good idea just to make you aware of what's coming forward. Like in the next session we will see how we use the integer, double, character and character array to it. So basically this was just for a declaration, so how we declare and how we prototype it in a simple way that I thought would be useful. If you are confused, don't worry, we will see it in the next lecture. I will try and clear your confusion right away. So let's take one more break and we will continue with our next lecture, which will be data types.
Hold me close till I